Student, Namaste. Yesterday we have read about the characteristics of the living beings. I have teach you about 7 characteristics of the living beings. They are movement, respiration, feel, growth, reproduction, nutrition and excretion. In case of movement, I have told you if the thing is a living thing. If the thing is the living thing, that should have the character of movement. That may be plant, that may be animal, that may be bird, that may be fish, anything. Anything which we call a living being have a tendency of movement. And another, I have taught you yesterday, the character of living beings was respiration. That means every living being, either it is a plant, animal, anything you say, which is living thing, it respires. That means taking of O2 and throwing out CO2. It takes place on every living being. If this doesn't happen to any living beings, then it is non-living things. Then the next point is feel. I have told you yesterday also, feel or stimuli or sensation. If anything you describe this is a living thing or living being, then it should have a stimulus to the outer environment. That means if anything changes in the external environment, that living beings react. For example, animal reacts for hot climate, cold climate. Now this hot climate, I am also sweating over here. You are wearing cotton clothes. That is the best example I have given for you, and you can memorize yourself also. So all things that should be a living beings must have the characteristics of feel. Then the next one is growth. I have told you actually also, any living being must grow from small to big. I have told you actually also, a small boy grows to a youth, and again it grows to the old. Likewise, a plant have a small sapling, then it grows to the bigger tree. In case of animals, small calf was seen from the cow, and after it becomes mature or becomes big, it is called bull. If it is male, it is called bull, and if it is female, it is called cow. This is also one of the important characteristics of the living being. Another characteristic of living being is reproduction. If anything is living thing or living being, then it must be reproduced. Likewise, we are also reproduced by the living things only. Our family, our parents are living, so they reproduce us. We are also living, so we will be reproduced in our future. Likewise, trees, cow, buffalo, our home cattle, everything. They are living beings, so they will reproduce to the new one. Next one, in case of tree also, trees have seeds, they give seeds. So from the seeds, new plant will reproduce. Now the next characteristic is nutrition. The old nutrition you may think vitamins, minerals, but not that. Here the nutrition refers to the food that we eat. Anything that eats is a living being. For plant also, it must eat. For animal also, they must eat. For man, for fish, anything, they have a tendency to eat. Why they eat? For growth. For the growth of their whole body, mentally or physically. And the next or last characteristic or important characteristic is the excretion. That means every living beings intake or nutrition or food for a growth and a development. But every food, every nutrition we take do not digest completely. The nutrients available in the food is digested, but other waste are remain in our body. So it is compulsory to expel out those extra foods or those after digested food particles from our body in the form of urine or feces. So that process is called excretion. In case of plant also, they excrete. In bigger classes you will read about that plant also throw water, excess water to the surrounding through their leaves. You will read in this from further classes also. Now, after knowing the characteristics of the living beings, we are going to a new point, that is difference between plant and animals. We have read all the characteristics of the living beings. Plant is also living beings and animals also are living beings. I have categorized the living beings into two, mainly two, that is plants and animals. In animals, we human are also animals, cow is also animal, fish is also animal, bird is also anything. That I have categorized in animal, and also in case of plant, either it is rice or big mango tree or big people tree. All are plants. Now, the characteristic of living beings means the characteristics of plants and animals. But they acquire all the characteristics. Means त्यो क्यारेक्टर सबैसँग हुन्छ, प्लान्टमा नि हुन्छ, एनिमलमा नि हुन्छ, तर एनिमलमा कस्तो खालको हुन्छ त नि त्यो क्यारेक्टरिस्टिक, कसरी मोड लिएको हुन्छ र प्लान्टमा त्यही क्यारेक्टरिस्टिक कसरी फलोअप गरिएको हुन्छ, यसमा हामी आज डिटेलमा पढ्नेछौँ. You can look at the point, the same point, same characteristic, I have made a difference. You can note the difference from the book also, or you can copy while you are studying in the YouTube. Now, first point is movement. Now, how to differ movement between plants and animals? How plant is also living being, so plant also should show the movement. An animal is also living being, so it must also show the movement. Because if they don't show movement, then there will be non-living beings. Actually, I have told you, if any of this character lacks, then that is a non-living being. So, movement is an important characteristic of the living beings. And for animals also, movement takes place, and for plant also, movement takes place. Now, how to differentiate the idea or mode of movement? Today we are reading that in the whole class. The number one is movement. Now, animals also move, plants also move. That is the main difference. How animal moves? Animals how move? You are running here and there. You can take a small example while playing games or while playing anything. You will be running here and there. That is the movement. You can take the example of fish. Fish swims in water from this point to that point. That is a movement. That is, animals changes their location on the basis of the time. Time by time, they are leaving one location or one place and they are going to the another place. That is the movement shown in the animals. In small animals also they move, ant also they move, snail also they move, they change their location. But bigger animals they run and change the position or change their location. That is the movement shown by the animals. Now you will say, sir, I never have seen that tree is walking here and there. Tree is not swimming here and there. Then how the movement is shown in the plant? I will describe you now. How plant shows the movement? It is found that all scientists have found that, and even science has proved that plant also move. They are fixed in one place. That is true. But in the sensation of the light, the plant tends to divert their body. And in the source of water, source of minerals, their roots are also moving here and there. That is the movement shown by the trees. They do not have legs or four limbs or hind limbs. तिनीसँग हात खुट्टा जस्तो केही हुँदैन, तर आफ्नो जराहरू चाहिँ के गर्छ, मलहरू भएको ठाउँमा तपाईको पानीको सर्चमा चाहिँ यताउता दौडिरहेको हुन्छ र इभन माथिको पार्ट तपाईको जरा हुनुमा सुट पार्ट पनि के हुन्छ, लाइटहरू भएको ठाउँमा ट्रेन गर्छ. त्यसको लागि हामी एक्सपेरिमेन्ट पनि छ. यदि कुनै डार्क रुममा एउटा विन्डो छ र तपाईले चाहिँ त्यहाँ एउटा प्लान्टहरू भन्नुहुन्छ भने त्यो प्लान्ट चाहिँ विन्डोबाट बाहिर निस्कन खोज्छ इन सर्च अफ लाइट. द्याट इज करेक्ट. नाउ द सेकेन्ड डिफरेन्स इज बिट्विन द reproduction. How animal reproduce and how plant reproduce. They both have to reproduce in order to be living beings. So plant is also living being and animal is also living being. Now how animals reproduce and now how plants reproduce. That is the difference. Now animals, there are two modes, especially mainly there are two modes of reproduction in the animals. Number one, they give directly birth to the babies or they lay eggs, and from eggs after some maturity time they get hatched. That is the one thing. And how plants, you will say, now sir, how plants do not give birth to babies. You will study that plant will reproduce from their seeds. I have told yesterday also, they reproduce by seed, they reproduce from their leaves also. Bryophyllum, we have example, they even sorry, they even reproduce from by cutting the branch, and again we have to crop in the next plant. So this is the example, this is the difference of reproduction between plant and animals. Now feel. Feel means stimulus or sensation. That means animals quickly respond to the feeling. That means if they feel hot, they will like to be in a cold air, or they will like to turn on fans. If they feel cold, they want to stay in a warm place. Now how plant feel? You have a good question over here in your mind. I think so. So in plants have absence of sense organs, so they generally don't express their feelings for their feel, but they have some glands also. So from glands they react internally. Now another difference between plant and animal is growth. You all know that animals, firstly they will be born in a very small size, and they will be growing day by day, and one day they will reach to the old age and they will die. In case of plant also the same thing happens. But the main one thing is here. You have to note down the main difference between the growth of plant and animal is that in animals the growth rate is up to a certain age only. That means in humans, in man and woman, generally girls grow up to age of 18 and boys up to the age of 21. After that their height or growth stops and remains forever throughout their life. But in case of plant, until their life finishes, they keep on growing and growing and growing. Their height increases, their size increases, their everything increases. That is the main difference between the growth between plant and animals. Now the next point is nutrition. And this is the final difference I have put over here, and in your book there will be more, but these are the main 5 differences we should study. Now for nutrition. In case of nutrition, there is a huge or vast difference between plant and animal. Now I will tell you one by one. Generally animals. Now take the side of animals. Animals depend on plants for their food. That is the main thing we have to understand. We eat rice, we eat potatoes, we eat corn. Nowadays we are eating corn. Now we are maize, wheat. Example, there are different things. Even man also depend on other animal also, like we eat goat, chicken, pork. But mainly man depends on plants for their food. Now what about the plant? The plant is gifted by a special thing called chlorophyll by the nature. Chlorophyll. It is a green pigment present in the leaves of the plant. Plants are generally green seen. When you see the plant, you can recognize plant. Oh, this is green. Look here in your surrounding, everything which are green and living, they are plants. So this green thing happens by the chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll is a God-gifted thing to the plant so that they can make their own food. If plant lack this character, then plant also cannot make their own food. But plant have the presence of chlorophyll, that's why they make their own food. So this characteristic of making own food is called autotroph. Plants are autotroph in nature. But humans or animals, they are heterotroph. Heterotroph means they depend on other for food. Autotroph means they make their food on self. But heterotrophs are those which depend on other for food. But there are some cases, like example, like you know, mushroom is a plant, but it doesn't have chlorophyll. It is not green in color also, so it is not autotroph. These are some exceptional cases. The mushrooms depends on the decay decaying other plants to grow. In this animals also, I have an example of Euglena. It has chlorophyll in it, and even being an animal, it makes it harmful. Okay, this was for today. Thank you, class. If you have any queries, leave on the comment. Thank you.